Good morning, one and all, and welcome to Pankaj Sir's Echelon Tutorials. And in this today's session, we are going to start with the question answer session on a chapter called Respiration in Plants and Animals. And this chapter is from the subject biology, and this is from the ICSE 7th grade curriculum. Okay, and I'm referring to the question answers from the Selena book. Okay, so with that as the introduction, let us get started with the question answer session. As I told you in my earlier videos, I have already explained you the entire concept of this entire chapter, that is respiration in plants and animals. Okay, we have already discussed in some 3-4 videos. Okay, so this is just a question answer session. So in this I'm going to concentrate more on answering the questions. Okay, and I'll be explaining you the answers as well, but then I'll not be going more in deep because the concepts have already been explained. So let us get started with the question answer sessions. And I want to choose, let me choose a beautiful pen. Okay, now let me choose this red color. Let us see. Fine. Okay, so let us start with the question answer session. The first question is, pick a tick mark or put a tick mark against the most appropriate alternative in the following statement. Okay, so the first statement is, carbohydrates are stored by plants in the form of vitamins, proteins, fats, glucose. Okay, so the answer for this is always the carbohydrates are stored in the plants in the form of glucose. Okay, so the answer has to be glucose, right? Next is, again, put a tick mark against the most appropriate alternative in the following statement. And the statement is, stomata are present on the surface of what? Is it leaves, roots, stem, flower petals? Okay, and the answer for this is leaves, because I had explained you in my concept videos, okay, that leaves consist of a lot of tiny pores called stomata. Okay, so stomata are present on the leaves, so I'll tick mark this leaves for the answer. The next one is, put a tick mark against the most appropriate alternative again, and the statement is, which one of the following is an end product of photosynthesis? Okay, so they have asked you what is the end product of photosynthesis, right? Not respiration. So photosynthesis ka end product should be what? It should be glucose and oxygen, right? So photosynthesis is something that takes place in plants. It's the process of manufacturing its own food, and it utilizes carbon dioxide and water from the atmosphere and the soil respectively, and it forms its own food, which is in the form of glucose. Okay, so the end product of photosynthesis has to be not fructose, not cellulose, not lactose, but glucose. So that's the answer. Okay, good going so far. Next question is short answer questions. Okay, why do leaves generally look green? Okay, now why do leaves generally look green? Now leaves look green because of one thing that is known as the presence of chlorophyll. Okay, so the answer for this is generally looks green because of the presence of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment which is present in the chloroplast of a cell of the plants. Okay, so presence of chlorophyll in the chloroplast of the plant cell. Okay, I'm writing the whole thing for you. So this green color of the leaves is due to the presence of this chlorophyll in the chloroplast of the plant cells. Next question is, which four of the following are needed for the photosynthesis in leaf? Okay, now in the case of leaf, okay, what are the raw materials required for the process of photosynthesis? Okay, so photosynthesis, as I have mentioned in my concept video, that it is a process of manufacturing its own food in the plants. Okay, and the raw material required for that is Number one, carbon dioxide, which is taken from the atmosphere. Then it takes it needs water. Yeah, water is taken from the soil. Then it needs chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is always present in the leaves of the plant. And of course it needs sunlight. Okay, so these are the four things that is needed for photosynthesis in a leaf. Okay, so carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and light. These are the four things needed. Next question is, it's a short answer type of question. What is the source of energy for photosynthesis? Now the source of energy for photosynthesis is what? So we have learned in our concept video that unless and until sunlight is present, photosynthesis cannot be carried out. Okay. So the main source of energy for photosynthesis is nothing but the light. Okay. So I'll write just light, or you can write sunlight also. So light is the main source of energy. Okay. For this photosynthesis process. Right. Next question is short answer question. Okay. And it says, which gas is taken in and which one is given out by a leaf in a bright sunlight? Okay. So when there is a bright sunlight, obviously it is a daytime, and during the daytime, what is taken in by the leaf and what is given out by the leaf? That's the question. So the answer to this is, during the daytime, mostly, the plants, they want to prepare their own food. That is, they want to undergo that photosynthesis process. Okay. So for photosynthesis, what is the thing that the plant will need most? It is carbon dioxide. So it will take in carbon dioxide. So I'll write here carbon dioxide, because it is during the daytime. Okay. And what it is going to throw out or give out is going to give out oxygen, which is one of the products of photosynthesis. Okay. So for this, because of this bright sunlight given in the question, your answer becomes the carbon dioxide is taken in by the plant and oxygen is given out by the plants. Now, next question happens to be match the column. Okay. And match the column में it's given this way. Column A में leaf के certain parts are given. Okay, certain things are given on the left hand side and right hand side. You have to just match them up, and the answer for this has to be, now cell in the leaf. Okay, now this is the question, you have to match it. Okay, so cell in the leaf you can compare as what in the factory. Okay, so cell in the leaf can be compared to something from the right hand side in the column B. Now you have to just write the proper matching answers. Okay, so the answers will be, for leaf, okay, the first thing in the column A is cells in the leaf. Now cells in the leaf can be compared to raw materials. No. Power, no. Machinery, yes. So you can compare this cells in the leaf as machinery. Okay. So like factory में different machineries are there. उसी तरह से different cells in the leaf, are the place where the photosynthesis is going to be carried out. Chloroplast is exactly some place inside the cell where you find chlorophyll, and that is the main place where the photosynthesis can be carried out. So chloroplast can be compared to not raw material, not power, end product, byproduct, workroom. Yeah, so chloroplast can be said to be the workroom. Okay, it is the workroom, right? Sunlight can be compared to power, because sunlight से light मिलता है, and this light is nothing but the power to carry out the photosynthesis. This is the main energy that is needed. Okay, so sunlight can be compared to the power in a factory. Oxygen and water are not the photosynthesis. Okay, so oxygen and water are the end products. You cannot call them as raw materials. Okay, And what is the difference between end product and byproduct? Byproduct is something which is not needed by the body, okay, by the plant, and end product is the all the products that is that you get in a chemical reaction. So photosynthesis का जो chemical reaction है उसका जो end product है, that is nothing but oxygen and water. So oxygen and water can be compared to end product. Okay. Carbon dioxide and water, these are of course the raw materials needed for photosynthesis. So I'll take it this to A, right? And last but not the least, glucose. Glucose is what? It is a okay. Oxygen and water are end product I've mentioned here, right? So oxygen and water will not be end product; they will be the byproduct. Okay, and end product will be glucose, because glucose is something which is very much needed. Okay, so glucose will be the end product. I'm sorry, not the. So let me do that correction. Okay, glucose will be the end product. Okay, so let me take this glucose to D. Glucose is the end product. End product is something which is needed by the plant, okay, or by the factory. Okay, so whatever is useful product, that is known as end product. And this oxygen and water are nothing but the byproduct. Okay, so they are extra things that is prepared in the reaction. Okay, so oxygen and water can be connected to byproduct. So this completes the answer of this method column. Okay. Chalo, let us move on to the next one. State whether the following statement is true or false. Okay. The first one is green plants prepare their food by using two raw materials, that is oxygen and water. Okay. And this statement is absolutely a false. The reason is the materials required for photosynthesis is not oxygen and water, it's carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so this is a false statement. Second statement is the chlorophyll enables the plant to use the light energy, and this is a true statement. Okay, the light energy that you get from the sunlight is used by the plants, and it is converted into energy with the help of a chlorophyll present in the plants. Okay, so this is a true statement. The chlorophyll helps the plants in using the sunlight energy. Next statement is the free oxygen in the atmospheric air is the result of photosynthesis. Okay, now this is also a true statement, because during the photosynthesis process, this oxygen and water is something which you get as a byproduct, and it has to be released in the atmosphere. So the free oxygen that you get in the atmosphere, not all the free oxygen, but some portion of the free oxygen in the atmosphere, is as a result of photosynthesis. So this is also a true statement. Next is the photosynthesis occurs only in chlorophyll containing parts of the plant. Now this is also very true statement, because chlorophyll hai to sunlight energy will be utilized. Okay, sunlight ka energy ka koi matlab hota hai. So whenever photosynthesis takes place, okay, it will take place only in the parts of the plant where there is chlorophyll present. Okay, the chlorophyll present nahi hai, so photosynthesis cannot happen there. Okay, so that was the true and false question. And now let us come to the next question, that is differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Now here, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, I have already discussed in my concept video in detail what is aerobic and what is anaerobic respiration. And in this particular question, you have to just give some 3-4 points to differentiate between the two. So what I will do is the answer will be written in this way. On the left hand side, I will write aerobic respiration, and here somewhere I'll write anaerobic respiration. Okay. Now some 3-4 points let me consider. Okay, so first point, in aerobic respiration we have to differentiate. Okay, so first point is this aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. That's very important. So it takes place in presence of oxygen. Okay. And this anaerobic respiration takes place in absence of oxygen or in limited supply of oxygen. Okay. So that's the first point of difference. Second is, here in aerobic respiration, there's a total or complete, you can say, complete oxidation takes place, or you can say complete breakdown, total or a complete breakdown of glucose takes place. Okay. So here in aerobic respiration, there's a total or a complete breakdown of glucose, and in the anaerobic respiration, there's only a partial breakdown of glucose takes place. That's the second point of difference. Third point can be written as, in aerobic respiration, you get more energy is liberated. More energy. In fact, it is 38 molecules of ATP. Okay. This much energy is released. RELEACD. Okay. Is RELEACD released. And here in anaerobic respiration, less amount, less energy. In fact, it is just 2 ATP, 2 molecules of ATP is released. Okay, fine. So these are the 3 points of difference between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and I think that's enough. Okay. Now coming to the next question. The next question is like write the, let me come to that. Okay, next question is, write the overall chemical equations of the 2 kinds of respiration in plants, aerobic and anaerobic. Okay, so you have to write down the equations of the 2 kinds of respiration in plants. So you know respirations are of 2 types, aerobic and anaerobic. For aerobic, you know, I'll write here aerobic respiration. The equation is 1 molecule of glucose, that is C6H12O6. This is 1 molecule, will combine with 6 molecules of oxygen, okay, to give you 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water. This happens in the aerobic. Okay, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water, plus 38 molecules of ATP. So this ATP is nothing but energy. This is energy stored, right? 38 ATP. ATP is a kind of currency. Okay, so the energy is measured in ATP. So 38 ATP is the energy that is stored, okay, in this aerobic reaction, respiration reaction. In anaerobic respiration, the reaction will be slightly different, because here in anaerobic respiration, oxygen will not be involved. Okay, so again you will have 1 molecule of glucose, that is C6H12O6, but now this time there won't be oxygen. Okay, so it will be in the absence of oxygen, right? And you will get in the case of anaerobic, you don't get this carbon dioxide and water. Instead you get carbon dioxide, you'll get 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and instead of water you get ethanol. Okay, so 2 molecules of ethanol. Ethanol is C2H5OH. C2H5OH. And you get just 2 molecules of ATP. You get very less energy. Okay. So you get just 2 molecules of ATP. So that is the reaction for anaerobic respiration. Okay. So this is for aerobic, this is for anaerobic reaction. Okay. So glucose plus oxygen giving you carbon dioxide plus water plus 38 ATP is the reaction for aerobic reaction, respiration. And glucose giving you 2 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 2 molecules of ethanol plus 2 ATP molecules of energy is the chemical reaction for anaerobic respiration. Okay, that was this question. And the next question is, explain how photosynthesis is different from respiration. Now even this, photosynthesis and respiration, I have given you in my concept video quite a vivid explanation. So the answer to this question, we are going to write it in this way only. So on the left hand side, I am going to write photosynthesis, and on the right I'm going to write respiration. Okay, now I'm going to give some points of difference between the two. Okay, so point number 1 for photosynthesis is let me write the chemical reaction first of all. Okay, so photosynthesis का chemical reaction क्या है? It is carbon dioxide, that is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide will combine with some 12 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, 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 and this is going to give you C6H12O6, which is nothing but glucose, plus you are going to get oxygen, 6 molecules, plus you are going to get 6 molecules of water. Okay, so this is the chemical reaction for photosynthesis. For respiration, the chemical reaction will be, in respiration what happens is the glucose, that is C6H12O6, combines with oxygen, that is 6O2. Let me take 6O2 to give you okay, when these two combines, what you will get is, you'll get 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, you'll get 6 molecules of water, and you'll get plus 38 ATP molecules, isn't it? ATP molecules, 38, right? So that is the, now this 38 ATP molecules represents energy stored, right? So the first point of difference is nothing but the chemical reaction of both the photosynthesis and respiration. Second thing is, for photosynthesis, what can be, what else can be written? Okay, now photosynthesis mein there is no energy released. In fact, energy is taken. Okay, so energy is taken in, and in respiration what is happening is energy is released, right? That's the second point of difference, isn't it? Then the next point is, in photosynthesis it can take place only in the presence of sunlight, so it happens only in the day. So it takes place only during the daytime, isn't it? Because sunlight is very much needed. So in the night time you don't have sunlight, so it takes place only during the daytime. But this respiration, it takes place the whole day, and whole night. Okay, respiration can take place during day as well as night. Okay, so that is the third point. Any more points that can be written about photosynthesis and respiration? Okay, so I think that's enough. 3 points are enough, right? So 3 points of difference in photosynthesis and respiration has been given, right? So I think we have solved some few questions on this respiration. We will continue with this question answer session, but it will happen in the next video because now the time doesn't permit me. And that's all for today's video. And we'll be continuing this question answer session in the next part of this video. Okay, so take care all of you. Bye, see you.